Hey guys, what we got working on today is a 90 model Foxbody Mustang. We got some bump steer going on in the front end because as you can see it's pretty low. So when you lower these Fox bodies and even SN95s and new edges, you've got to do some steering work to make sure you don't have too bad bump steer that causes it to have sloppy steering and wander on the road whenever you're going over some bumps or hills. When your suspension's working, it causes the steering to wander. But stick with me, and we're gonna take care of that today, and maybe even in some future installments. This is Jason with Jason's Performance once again. You see, if you get up under here, you see we got the factory rack bushings, or at least the factory location rack bushings. You see how the mounting bolts are centered up in the rack. What we're going to do is install offset rack bushings to raise the steering rack up a little bit, probably about 1/4 of an inch. That'll help to make the tie rod ends a little more parallel to the ground to help with bump steer. All it takes is to take those large bolts or large nuts off of those bolts, and then disconnect the steering shaft from the top of the rack, and then you just move that and replace those new bushings, and it'll raise up that rack about 1/4 of an inch. Alright guys, here's the one way you can tell where your loose play is. If you grab from the top, and you can wiggle it, you probably got wheel bearings or ball joint problems. And if you grab it from the front or the back and you wiggle it, you got inner tie rod ends or outer tie rod ends. So probably need to address all of them like I'm gonna do.